Latimer City Expats Club is a non-profit social organisation and our speakers are volunteers. The club as such assumes no responsibility or liability for the professional reputation of or the quality of services provided by the speaker today.
And we're very blessed here to have something that actually happened because of the club. Scott Tawan was performing here. Tawan or Darwan means Sweet Eyes. So Sweet Eyes was performing here and he asked for volunteers to get up from the audience. And Bill got up, who used to be do a Tom Petty show, and sang. And since then they've been, well, not inseparable, but they've performed together a lot. And so we're very blessed to have the dynamic duo come back and favour us with some words and music. And the theme is, why that song? Why did you choose that song for that gig, etc.? So come on up, Mr. Sweet Eyes and Bill Tom Petty.
Good morning. All right, nice to have a full audience here. Last week, Ren asked me to say a couple words about what we're going to do this week, and one of the things I said was, why, when you go and see live music, you see bands, you walk into the bar and they're always playing the same songs in every bar? Why is that? Anyone have an idea? Well, that's part of it. But what happens is when bands get together, when they form, you'll get the people together, and the first question is always, what songs you guys know? So what happens is that the same 10, 15 songs, those are the ones that are known, and instead of starting from a clean slate, they start with those songs. So that's why you hear the same 10 or 15 songs from almost every band. Pretty simple, right? Okay, we're not going to do that today. We're gonna do some songs. I think there's one maybe that you might hear often, but the rest of them are probably pretty much what we do as opposed to everybody else. So that's why we're going to talk about why we do what we do. This first one requires a little explanation. It's a song by Bread. I don't know if you are familiar with but they pretty much invented soft rock back in the early 70s. And one of the things that I enjoyed about them is that the singer has a very high, sweet voice. And I have a tendency when I sing to try to use that chest voice to hit the high notes, and it's a bad idea. So this song kind of reminds me that I need to use that upper register when I sing. So that's why we're going to do this one. This is called Make It With You.
Hey, have you ever tried really reaching out for the other side? Or maybe climbing on rainbows, but baby, here goes. Dreams there for those who sleep. Life is for us to keep. And if you're wondering what this all is leading to, I wanna make it with you. I really think that we could make it, girl. No, you don't know me well. Every little thing only time will tell. you believe the things that I do, then we'll see it through. Life can be short or long. Love can be right or wrong. If I chose the one I like to help me through, I'd like to make it with you. I really think that we can make it, girl. Baby, you know that dreams, they're for those who sleep. Life is for us to keep. And if I chose one I like to help me through, I'd like to make it with you. I really think that we can make it, girl.
Well, Scott was nice enough to put together some photos here for us, so we'll see what we got here. Okay, first off, we want to understand what you as the audience wants to hear. It's not always easy to do, but like you said, the songs that most people play are pretty popular, and that's why they're played. Or that's part of the reason anyway, that and they know the songs. And Scott and I had an interesting situation because he's from England, I'm from the States, so we had kind of a different musical mix than I think most acts, because he didn't know a lot of the songs that I know and I didn't know a lot of the songs that he knows, so we had to kind of I don't know, throw it together and try to see what happened. And so we did end up with a couple of songs that I knew that he actually liked, so we're going to do a couple of those right now. And this first one has to do with tequila.
She said, I'm going out with my girlfriend for margaritas at a Holiday Inn. And oh, have mercy, my only thought was tequila makes her clothes fall off. I told her put an extra layer on. I know what happens when she drinks Patron. Her closet's missing half the things she bought. Yeah, tequila makes her clothes fall off. She'll start out by kicking out of her shoes, lose an earring and a drink, leave her jacket in the bathroom stall, drop a contact down the sink. Them pantyhose ain't gonna last too long if the DJ puts Bon Jovi on. She might come home in a tablecloth. Yeah, tequila makes her clothes fall off. Whoa. She can handle any champagne brunch, a bridal shower, with Bacardi punch. Jello shooters full of Smirnoff, but tequila makes her clothes fall off. She'll start out by kicking out of her shoes, lose an earring in a drink, leave her jacket in the bathroom stall, drop a contact down the sink. She don't mean nothing, she's just having fun. Tomorrow she'll say, oh, what have I done? Her friends will joke about the stuff she lost. Tequila makes her clothes fall off. Oh, tequila makes her clothes fall off. Whoa, tequila makes her clothes fall off. Thank you. Okay, this next one is kind of goes along with knowing your audience. We all are getting a little older here, I think. Could be. But this song tends to hit a little too close to home sometimes. It's called As Good As I Once Was. It's by Toby Keith. Said I've seen you in here before. Said I've been here a time or two. She said, hello, my name is Bobby Joe. Me and my twin sister Betty Lou. We're both feeling kinda wild tonight. You're the only cowboy in this place, and if you're up for a rodeo, we'll put a big Texas smile on your face. I said, girls, I ain't as good as I once was. I've got a few years on me now, but there was a time back in my prime I could really lay it down. But if you need some love tonight, I might just have enough. I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. I still hang out with my best friend Scott. I've known him over a year or two. Last night he had a few shots, got in a tight spot, hustling the game of pool with a couple of redneck boys, one great big bad biker man. I heard Scott yell across the room, hey buddy, how about a helping hand? I said, Scott, I ain't as good as I once was. My, how the years have flown. But there was a time back in my prime, but I could really hold my own. But if you wanna fight tonight, guess those boys don't look all that tough. I ain't as good as I once was. I'm as good once as I ever was. I used to be hell on wheels back when I was a younger man. Now my body says you can't do this, boy, but my pride says, oh yes you can. I ain't as good as I once was. That's just a cold hard truth. I still throw a few back, talk a little smack when I'm feeling bulletproof. So don't double dog dare me now, I just have to call your bluff. I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. I'll be as good as I once was. I'm as good once as I ever was.
Always get that last kick in there. There we go. Hopefully we've been engaging so far. Okay. This usually involves drinking. Actually, it's funny, I don't know about Scott, but I tend to get more nervous after I'm done for some reason. Okay, again, this is why we do a song. First off, we have to make sure that we can do it and make it sound good. I mean, there are certain things that neither one of our voices fits very well to. We get a lot of requests to do AC/DC, for instance, and I'd like to be able to sing the next day, so we just can't do that. If you're going to hit the high notes for us, that'd be fine. Also, you want to find songs that have a connection with the audience, that either they know or something that applies to them. Like, for instance, the last song, As Good As I Once Was. All of us are getting a little older. We can't quite do everything that we used to do, and this kind of looks at it in a funny way. The next one we're going to do applies pretty much to the third thing, the connection with the singer. This song, I came here before my wife. I was here for about 6 months before she was, and I was kind of lonely. And that's what this song's about, and everybody gets lonely. And it's talking about a man who's missing his wife, even though he's got other company around. So rock stars can get away with that stuff. That and people that live in patio. So anyway, this is a Bon Jovi song we're gonna try to do. It's called Bed of Roses.
Sit here wasted and wounded, this old piano, trying hard to capture this moment. This time I don't know. The bottle of vodka still lies in my head. Some blonde gave me nightmares, thinks that she's still in my bed. Dream about movies they won't make of me when I'm dead. With an ironclad fist, wake up and French kiss the morning, while some marching band keeps its own beat in my head while we're talking about all of the things that I long to believe about love, the truth that you mean to me. And the truth is, baby, you're all that I need. I wanna lay you down in a bed of roses. For tonight I sleep on a bed of nails. I wanna be just as close as the Holy Ghost is. Lay you down a bed of roses. Well, I'm so far away, each step that I take's on my way home. King ransom and dimes I give each night to see through this payphone. Still I run out of time, or it's hard to get through, till the phone on the wire brings me back to you. I just close my eyes, whisper, baby, our love is true. I wanna lay you down the bed of roses. For tonight I sleep on a bed of nails. Oh, I wanna be just as close as the Holy Ghost is. Lay you down in a bed of roses. Where the hotel bars hang over, whiskey's gone wry, barkeeper's wig is crooked, she's giving me the eye, and I might have said yeah, but I laughed so hard I thought I'd die. Oh yeah. Close your eyes, know that I keep thinking about you. Well, my mistress, she calls me, stand in her spotlight again. Tonight I won't be alone, but you know that don't mean I'm not lonely. I've got nothing to prove, for it's you I die to defend. I wanna lay you down in a bed of roses. For tonight I sleep on a bed of nails. Oh, I wanna be just as close as the Holy Ghost is. Lay you down. I wanna lay you down in a bed of roses. For tonight I sleep on a bed of nails. I wanna be just as close as the Holy Ghost is, and lay you down in a bed of roses.
Yeah.
That one kind of goes along, in fact, a couple of these go along with the last part about it being a challenge, because some of these songs pretty much close or at the top of my range, or in some cases at the bottom of my range too. So fortunately this isn't one. This is one that's fun for us and for hopefully you. This is a Beatles song. So your Beatles, but not your normal Beatles song that you hear at the bar, so hopefully you'll enjoy it.
had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room, isn't it good, Norwegian wood. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. So I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. I sat on a rug, biding my time, drinking her wine. We talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for bed. Told me she worked in the morning and started to laugh. I told her I didn't and crawled up to sleep in the bath. And when I awoke, I was alone. This bird had flown. So I lit a fire. Isn't it good? Norwegian wood. One of the things that he and I clicked on right away was our mutual love for the Traveling Wilburys, which of course was a combination of English and American artists. So I'm going to do a couple of Traveling Wilburys. First, this one's called Last Night. Yeah, it was a little bit of a challenge because he stole the Tom Petty part from me because he wanted me to do the Roy Orbison part.
Was there at the bar, she heard my guitar. She was long and tall, she was the queen of them all. Last night, thinking about last night. Last night, thinking about last night. She was dark and discreet, he was light on her feet. We went up to her room and she lowered the boom. Last night, thinking about last night. Last night, thinking about last night. Down below, she danced and sang in the street, while up above the walls were streaming with heat. Last night, thinking about last night. Last night, thinking about last night. I was feeling no pain, feeling good in my brain. I looked in her eyes, they were full of surprise. Last night, thinking about last night. Last night, thinking about last night.
I asked her to marry me, she smiled, pulled out a knife. The party's just beginning, she said, money or your life.
Last night, thinking about last night. Last night, me wrong. All I got is the song. Last night, thinking about last night. Last night, thinking about last night. Last night, talking about last night. Last night, talking about last night. Last night, thinking about last night. Last night, talking about last night.
This is another Bon Jovi song. This one kind of, I think, pretty much hits all the bullet points on the list there. It's a great song. A lot of people seem to like it, and hopefully we'll do it justice. And it definitely is a challenge to sing. So, this is called It's My Life.
This ain't a song for the broken-hearted. No silent prayer for the faith departed. I ain't gonna be just a face in the crowd. You're gonna hear my voice when I shout it out loud. It's my life, and it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live while I'm alive. It's my life, my heart is like an open highway. Like Frankie said, I did it my way. I just wanna live while I'm alive. It's my life. This is for the ones who stood their ground. But Tommy and Gina never backed down. Tomorrow's getting harder, make no mistake. Luck ain't even lucky, gotta make your own breaks. It's my life, and it's now or never. Forever, I just wanna live while I'm alive. It's my life, my heart is like an open highway. Like Frankie said, I did it my way. I just wanna live while I'm alive. It's my life. You out. Don't bend, don't break, baby, don't back down. It's my life, and it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live while I'm alive. It's my life, my heart is like an open highway. Like Frankie said, I did it my way. I just wanna live while I'm alive.
Just a little bit on that song. I don't know if you noticed where he says, just like Frankie said, I did it my way. He's talking about Frank Sinatra and the song My Way. They're both from John Bon Jovi and Frank Sinatra were both from New Jersey. So they had a little affinity for each other. We're going to do one more. And again, it's a Traveling Wilbury song. And it's a little bit more well-known than the other one we did. But it's still one that I don't think I hear too often in a bar. But it's a great ending song for what will soon to be obvious reasons.
Well, it's all right riding around in the breeze. Well, it's all right if you live the life you please. Well, it's all right doing the best you can. Well, it's all right as long as you lend a hand.
You can sit around and wait for the phone to ring
At the end of the line,
waiting for someone to tell you everything.
at the end of the line,
Sit around and wonder what tomorrow brings.
at the end of the line.
Maybe a diamond ring.
Well, it's all right, even if they say you're wrong. Well, it's all right. Sometimes you gotta be strong. Well, it's all right, as long as you get someone to lay. Well, it's all right. Every day is Judgment Day.
Maybe somewhere down the road away,
At the end of the line,
you'll think of me and wonder what where I am these
at
days.
the end of the line,
Maybe somewhere down the road when somebody plays
at the end of the line.
Purple Haze.
Well, it's all right, even when push comes to shove. Well, it's all right if you got someone to love. Well, it's all right, everything will work out fine. Well, it's all right, we're going to the end of the line.
Don't have to be ashamed of the car I drive.
At the end of the line,
I'm just glad to be here, happy to be alive.
at the end of the line,
And it don't matter if you're by my side,
at the end of the line.
I'm satisfied.
Well, it's all right, even if you're old and gray. Well, it's all right, you still got something to say. Well, it's all right, remember to live and then live. Well, it's all right, the best you can do is forgive. Well, it's all right, riding around in a breeze. Well, it's all right if you live the life you please. Well, it's all right, even if the sun don't shine. Well, it's all right, we're going to the end of the line.
We don't know anymore. Which one? Drunk for him.
Wait a second. Hands up if you think this was just a totally charming morning. Come on. Totally charming, right? I don't know about you, but it really made me glad that I've lived through the eras of music that I have lived through, right? Because it takes you back and how many brilliant singers and songwriters there were, the Beatles, and just an amazing, charming morning to remind us of how lucky we have been in our journey in music through our lifetime. So thank you guys so much. And of course, they do want an encore, you know. Yeah, they do want an encore. Yeah, they do.
Seriously?
Yeah, we seriously do.
You think that's all?
It's a closer.
Any requests?
Everybody else. Elvis. Oh, let's do Suspicious Minds.
If you like.
Beatles, whatever you got.
All right, we'll do a little Elvis. Somebody requested this song once, and I had never really sung an Elvis song, and it came out okay. Yeah.
We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me when you don't believe a word I say? We can't go on together with suspicious minds. We can't build our dreams on suspicious minds. With an old friend I know drops by to say hello, would I still see suspicion in your eyes? Here we go again, asking where I've been. You can see these tears are real, I'm crying. Yes, I'm crying. We can't go on together with suspicious minds. We can't build our dreams on suspicious minds. Oh, let our love survive. Dry the tears from your eyes. Let's don't let a good thing die. And honey, you know I never lie to you. Yeah, yeah. We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me when you don't believe a word I say? Oh, don't you know it? We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Oh, don't you know I'm caught in a trap? I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. This is how you can see us play.
Yes, I was about to ask exactly that. Where can they catch you? Also, of course, they can follow Scott Tawan on Facebook.
That's the next slide. There you go.
Scott Tawan, yes, got sweet eyes. Yeah, definitely want to note where he's playing and stuff. It's always great fun. He has fun and he knows how to help people have fun. And we're really grateful for such a charming morning. And of course, It shows you what a great guy Scott is. He said, I'm coming to be the backstop and the backup artist to Bill and whatever he needs and wants. So that's... Now, I've got two here and they're different. They both say why that song, but the one says Bill Gulfoil and Scott Tawan. Is that your one? And this one says Scott Tawan and Bill Gulfoil.
That's it. That way round.
Come on now.
Thank you very much.
That was wonderful, and Scott earlier confessed to me that he had 2.5 hours sleep last night. And he has to manage his throat. He gets laryngitis and sore throat. He's actually looking forward to going back to the UK for a few weeks. Nobody ever does, no. But you're going to have your voice is going to have a rest then, right?
Yeah, a couple of weeks off, and hopefully the voice will come back.
He does DJing in the UK quite a bit and stuff, but we prefer when you play.
Thank you.
Thanks. A round of applause as they leave the stage. Thank you so much. Fantastic job. Alrighty, exit stage left. Well done. Fantastically charming morning.